Hey everyone! So if I have you on Facebook, then you already know. If you don't, then stay tuned and keep watching. So I'm married. Yeah, I know. I told everybody October 31st, which really was what it was. We had it all planned out um, a month or so ago, pretty much about when I took a break from doing vlogs for like 3 weeks. We had decided to elope. And since then, all the vlogs I've told you about has not been a lie. I did find a chapel and all that stuff. It was just in Vegas and not in Vernal. So that's also why I was like rush ordering the dress, and I was all worried about fitting and finding shoes and all that stuff. So I think like 98.4% of the people I was told are super excited. I think the other 6% are just pissed off at us. Um, I'd like to say I'm sorry that you're mad at us, but I'm not. Like, I don't care. I think weddings should be about the two people that are getting married. And Glenn and I's wedding that we were planning just started turning into everybody else. You know, this time for this people, and this time for this people, and this long for these people, and doing this for these people, and it was just so stressful and so much money. And we want to save for kids and all that stuff, and we just saw no point in going into debt for a wedding that would happen for like a day and then be over. Um, I'm not against weddings or anything like that. It was nothing personal for Glenn or for myself. Uh, we were both kind of bummed that our our bridesmaids and maid of honor and man of honor and groomsmen and best man and everybody couldn't be there, but they were with us in our thoughts and stuff. So before I go into the whole spiel and story of how everything went down, for those of you that are wondering, we got married on July 9th in Vegas. We had I'll get into all the people that came later, and we're going to have an open house here in Vernal in the end of August, and then middle October we will have a reception in Arizona and have a little honeymoon. So that's that, and now I'll start with the story, and it's probably going to take two or three parts. Ouch, 2 or 3 parts of this vlog. So stay tuned. Um, let's see. I told you about when we started thinking of it. Thursday night, so the 8th, we went to. Oh gosh, back up, Michelle. Okay, actually, when we first started talking about it, a couple days later, we talked to my mom and his mom and stepdad, um, my brother and his brother, and we asked them to come because we were originally told that the chapel we could only have 10 guests, and so those are the people we chose: our parents and two siblings from both of our sides. I only had one, so it wasn't that bad, but well, I have a stepbrother, but you know. So my mom was pretty excited. The only thing she wanted to do was see me get married, so she didn't care where I did it. My stepdad didn't care. My brother, I think, was a little bit disappointed at first, but understood. But he told me he couldn't come because of work and such. Um, his brother and sister-in-law were definitely for it. They were they were way excited, and I was actually really worried about talking to his mom and she was way excited and happy that we were getting married sooner, and she was all it was exciting keeping it a secret and everything for her. So, and his stepdad, of course, didn't care. You know, he was like, "Oh, whatever you choose," because they were kind of saying the same thing. They just think it should be about us and what we want, and anybody else can shove it. So, anyways, we told them. Thursday night, we called Thursday, July 8th. We called his dad and told his dad. Asked his dad to keep it a secret because we wanted to be the ones to tell all the siblings, you know, that we were married and everything. And his dad hung up. We left his brother's house, which was where we were, and drove to his mom's house, which is about um, 40, 40 minutes or so from his brother's house. And by the time we got there, his dad had called all the siblings and told them. In fact, one of the siblings, one of his sisters, was on the phone and talking to Glenn, and she was saying she really wanted to go. And Glenn and we had no problem with them going, but we didn't think they could because of the whole 10 limit. And then after that, we heard that two of the other siblings wanted to go as well with their spouses. So we're thinking, crap, we're not going to be able to do this. We contacted the chapel, and they said we could actually do 20. So that was good. Like, we ended up getting enough or whatever. His youngest sister, older than him, but his youngest sister wasn't able to make it because she lives in Oregon, but she was completely fine with us, way excited. His older sister also couldn't make it because she was away at a girls' camp with her daughters, and but she was fine with it. She's way excited, and there's no hard feelings. Uh, his older brother uh, was actually on a trip with his family and couldn't make it. Um, and then his next older brother, he was originally the best man at the wedding, so he was already there. That was the brother and the sister-in-law's house that we were at. Um, his second, first, oh, I get them confused. But the next two sisters in line, I just don't remember who's older and who's younger. Uh, they both came. One of them with their spouse, the other one not because the spouse was sick, and they left their kids with the babysitter because we couldn't have the kids too because that would be way too much, like too many people. And so yeah, those who came on his side, plus his mom and stepdad, and his dad came, and his stepmom couldn't come, so they came. Glenn was kind of we were stressing for a little bit about like all the people, and we were afraid people were gonna get angry, and thought it was safer just inviting like one person, but now it was like more than half, and then just like three people that couldn't come. So I don't know. Anyways, so we left. So we stayed the night at his mom's house on the 8th, and we got up at 6 o'clock in the morning on the 9th, and we left at 7 and drove down to Cedar City, Utah, which is about um 6 hours away. Picked up, well, hung out at his one of his sister's houses for a bit, and then we left because we wanted to get there early and get changed and everything. And obviously, they didn't have to get there as early as we did, so they followed like an hour or two later. We got into Vegas at um, 4, I want to say 3:30 or 4. We got into Vegas, found the courthouse right away. The courthouse super fast. If for some reason anybody is watching this and wants to get married in Vegas, um, go to www.accessclarkcounty.com and find where it says you can like pre-apply for your marriage license, and it just gets all the paperwork crap out of the way. You get a confirmation number, you walk in, give them the confirmation number, they check your ID, and they run a little check to make sure you're not currently married.